Welcome to the Modern Way podcast, where we show you how to build a business and navigate the modern economy to build a life worth living.
You know, I'm a direct response marketer because that's how I started. And I never really believed in brand. I thought it was stupid. I was like, I'll just buy my way into whatever I want. And probably 3 years ago, I started seeing that, like, that's not it. And now I realize that's definitely not it. It's not going to work. I mean, does it work? Obviously it works. But I'm saying that if you're just doing direct response and you're competing someone that's spending the same amount and they're building brand, you're going to get smoked, right? That person is going to make more. That person is building a moat around their business. That person doesn't have a faucet, because all you have is a faucet when you're running ads, which is great, but you can have a leaky faucet, and that means the algorithm switched, and so it's just making drops. You can have a flood, which sometimes happens, and you might not be ready for that. Or you can turn it off because you already washed your hands, and then nothing happens. You have nothing else, right? Yeah. When you're building brand, you're building longevity. The thing that sucks about it is the truth. It's going to take time, effort, energy, and money. You're going to have to make videos. You're going to have to spend money on content. You're going to have to consistently do it. You're not going to see the results that you see all the time, but it's one of the most important things that you need to do in 2023 and beyond. Would you agree?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I come from the same world too, where I was a direct response marketer for a long time and wanted nothing to do with the front end. I did not want to shoot stuff like this. I didn't want to shoot content at all. But specifically, once iOS changes happened in 2020, that's where I really leaned into matching the personal brand with what I was doing offline, the skill set, the knowledge that I had, et cetera, and matching that into the digital space. And sometimes it's kind of hard to think about all the different scenarios that occur in digital because it's nothing. It's not tangible, right? So literally your imagination is the brand. And then someone to help you materialize that through content, through written, through audio, through all that stuff. It's a process. And a lot of people, when they look at organic, they think because it's free that it is a superior way to try and go and get clients because there's no risk of capital. Where, as you said, when it comes to running paid, you need to build brand alongside it because a direct response campaign can stop flow just like that if it doesn't work anymore, and then you can have a bigger brand. And so if people want to grow faster, it's always direct response. But if you're not building brand alongside it, then you're drying up the well and you're dependent on one idea to actually bring in business for the different revenue streams that you're trying to build. And so at least the way that I look at it now, I really embraced it last year. And we've been growing our social media followings. We're going to continue to do so, but we're doubling down on organic because of the systems that come along with it. And if you can have, as a business owner, a little input of you being in front of the camera, getting better with your voice, getting better with your presentation, getting better with the stuff, and then have, a couple button clicks from stopping the recording and stopping the stuff, then go out on all your channels in different formats. That is the ultimate leverage. And that's why media is so powerful. And so building brand and having that concept of what you stand for along the way, that's how people are going to know you, and that's how people are going to actually build trust with you. And I know that you've done a really good job with that, and that's why we connected so well. I was following you for a while, and that's obviously how we started to get connected.
Yeah, I think that, it's not free. Nothing is free if you want to make money online. You have to spend money online. And if you're thinking, oh, well, I'll just shoot videos and I'll do a podcast, okay, then you're going to have to spend hours shooting videos and editing your own podcast and uploading stuff. That is a cost of time. And if you want to accelerate that, then you need humans to do that. And in both things you're investing, how you need to look at it is not just like, I want this, how do I get that? Because you're on track for it. But I think people need to look at what am I doing? What do I want? What's that time horizon? And what am I committed to consistently do to achieve that time horizon or goal in that horizon of time? Because the problem is the accelerated concept of everything in social media is like, so I thought out loud and I made 20K. And, that's just, that's not going to happen for 99% of people. And that's just someone who's making content and optimizing something for an angle with a hook. And so when you start looking at things, you've just got to I think going slower is going to benefit a lot of people, especially beginners, than wanting things fast. You're not going to achieve anything but burnout if you want to go fast.
Yeah, absolutely. And we know many colleagues of ours, I mean, even we're doubling down on this, but they're spending multiple 5 figures a month just to do organic. And there's a lot more people involved, right? With an advertising platform, it's very easy to say, hey, here's my budget, spend on this video and click, done, boom, easy. But the reality is that, again, the media infrastructure behind your business, every business needs that in 2023. Media is the leverage that'll help you grow. And so really taking that time to build brand. What do you stand for? What are those core values that you believe in? Why should people do business with you? Why should people like your lifestyle? Why should people like what you even have to say? Why should they listen? Not even in a salesy way, but just more so in a, who are you? And it's a real good exercise to look inward before you start projecting outward. And I remember when I first got started, I was more so doing the monkey tactics of the post and the, hey, here's the 3 things you got to do. And I remember my first videos 5 years ago, I had a whiteboard set up, had nothing else but an iPhone and a Gorilla Pod, and I put the Gorilla Pod on a lamp. And so that's what my tripod was, to get to the right angles. I had no idea what, again, hooks or concepts were. I was just shooting and drawing on a whiteboard. And so you can do the thing and get through the motion and the tactics. And those videos are actually still up, by the way. You guys can go check them out. But you can go through the tactics, and that kind of gets the muscle memory there. But really, if I can say one thing that helped me with organic and brand and all that kind of stuff, taking a look back, was first starting with who you are and like what are those core values that you believe in, because media is going to amplify it. If you have a video that goes and does 2,000 views or 10,000 views, 40, 50, I don't know, maybe 100,000, maybe 1 million views, I don't know, how do you want that brand to be represented? And so I think it comes with, yes, the tactics, really going through the motion, really understanding that, but the brand and the message is what's going to resonate with people. The platform, the tactic, the color of the text, all that stuff's going to change because of trends. So if you really start with the message first in your brand, that's what's more long lasting, and it'll change over time, but that's what will allow you to continue to build the brand over time.
All right, guys, if you haven't subscribed, I don't know why you have a problem with us, but you're still listening. So you should stop it, subscribe, share this with a friend, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.
See ya.